What is going on, everybody? How are we doing on this fine Thursday evening? My name is Eric, and welcome to Q2C VR Gamer Live. We are a weekly VR talk show that airs live every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, where we go live simultaneously to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok. Where else? I don't even, that is it. Kick. I forgot about Kick. We're live in Kick. But if you cannot catch us live, just remember, folks, you can always catch us afterwards on your favorite podcast platform of choice. Thank you guys for being here tonight. We have a kick-ass show for you. But before we go any further, let me say hello to my partner from the great Canadian Northwest. He's been swinging around space stations with toilet plungers for hands and running around in bumper cars in a game called Bumpy VR. Todd Jackson, what is going on, man? How you doing?
Hi diddly ho diddly. I'm doing fantastic.
Have you been playing Bumpy VR?
I did. I had to give it a try.
Why?
I felt bad, so I said yes, I would do it. So I did it.
Bumpy VR.
Yeah.
Oh man, we're gonna talk about some. We're gonna talk about some interesting games tonight, man. It's gonna be it's gonna be one of those nights, dude. If you guys tune in to hear me kind of go off on games and maybe certain state of plays, this is a good night to tune in.
Yeah, there might be a rant or two tonight, I think.
I got lots to fucking say tonight, my friend.
It's going to be an interesting one.
Lots to say about the state of some of these dog shit VR games and state of plays that we got coming around. But it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to go at it. It's been a little while since I've really kind of like let loose on something.
I know. We haven't had an Eric rant in forever.
Dude, I'm sitting here today and I'm watching a couple videos, jump into a couple of games, and I'm like, I watched the state of play and I'm like, it's going to be one of those nights, dude. It's just going to be one of those nights where I'm going to lose my shit. And, man, I was starting to do the notes tonight and I'm like, Todd, let's keep everything to the end of the show, but let's keep positive in the beginning because the end of the show is going to be me ranting on everything. Oh, but you know who I'll never rant on? And that's my girl, Chinatown D. What's going on, D?
What's up, yo?
Hey, D-double-E.
What's happened? D-double-E.
D-double-E.
Is that the new name? Is that the new name, D-double-E?
I don't know. GT said it, and it just kind of stuck, and a couple other people have been D-double-E.
D-double-E. I mean, I like it.
I gotta say, I honestly thought you were wearing like mouse ears.
I know, that's
your pillow.
Mouse ears for a pillow? Nice. That's
cool.
Cool.
I thought, I'm like, where'd you get those? Those are cool. Wait a second. Why aren't they moving?
I am in the state of the mouse. It'd be cool. You start wearing Mickey Mouse ears. I like
it.
Send me some.
Guys, I'm in my new home. It's pretty freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I finally
landed.
So Florida. the last time we saw each other here, I was doing my last show at my house in New York. And literally, as soon as it got done, I just started breaking down my whole entire studio and we headed out of here. And we drove, it took us a couple of days to, almost all, we left Friday. It took us Friday, Saturday. We got here like Sunday. And then Sunday, I decided to do Virtual Strangers, which I thought was a great idea. I'm like, let me go do Virtual Strangers. I'm in this house that we just moved into. There's not one stitch of anything in the house. And it's got like cathedral ceilings, like 50-foot ceilings. So I was in a freaking echo chamber for the entire show, and people in chat were ruthless, D. They were ruthless.
They were.
And then every time a new person came into chat, they're like, why the fuck does Eric sound like he's in a bathroom? Or why does Eric sound like he's like the bottom of a pit somewhere? I don't know. Why? Because then I'm on my laptop, and for some reason, the Video Ninja that we use for Virtual Strangers picks up every noise from my laptop. So my laptop's got a fan that's running, and all it does is pick up that hum from the fan the whole time.
But really? Was it that bad?
It's only Ninja that does it. Like, I've gone live here how many times with the same exact setup, and there's no background noise, and there's no issues. But man, every time I go on Virtual Strangers, there's always a problem with my laptop. But now I got my
user problem. Really, is what it boils down to.
What are you trying to say?
We all know what happened. Like, I don't know. Well, maybe the viewers don't know, but Eric decides to drive from New York to Florida, and break his computer along the way.
Oh, I did
Just
too.
so that he could do some upgrading and convince his wife that it was an accident. I know how you think, buddy.
I did too,
Stephanie,
D.
it was all part of a ploy. He
Go to hook my computer up, and I want to get to Steve here in a second. He's waiting in the wings, but I got to tell the story. I go to hook my computer up, and I'm like, I'm all excited. I got my computer, go to hook it up. I get no video signal. Like I cannot. I try 3 different monitors, 0 video signal. I got this 3080 Ti in here that's a freaking behemoth. It's heavy as hell, and I did not put the bar in there that kind of like the anchor that will hold it.
holds it up. Yeah.
And what happened was I had laid it on its side in transit, and somewhere it kind of like rolled itself back upright. So for I don't know how many miles the thing was just bouncing, and then that video card was just bouncing enough, and then I couldn't reseat it. I tried to reseat it afterwards, it wouldn't reseat. I had to bring it in and have him put a whole new thing on it, reseat it, put a whole new clamp on it and everything. But
You got a new case, you got a new motherboard, you got more memory,
not yet.
new processor. He upgraded like crazy.
It's coming. It's coming.
So
Yeah,
crazy.
so I bring it into this dude, and he's like super nice. I'm into the area. It's and I'm like, hey, look, I do a lot of technical stuff. I got a podcast. I'm like, I need my setup done right, and fix this problem for me. And I'm thinking about upgrading, and I don't have time to do a whole bunch of upgrading. He's like, dude, I'll take care of you. He's like, I'll order the parts for you. I'll put it in. I'll do it for like this price. And I'm like, that's it. He's like, got you. And I'm like, hell yeah, give me a brand new
Done
i9
deal.
13, 100 or whatever the hell it is. Yeah, so I got an i9 1300. I'm getting 64 gigabytes of DDR5. Getting a
Oh,
brand new MSI freaking afterburner motherboard. I got all new fan system. I got a brand new case. I got a water cooler. Did it right. Did it right,
Cool.
dude. Did it
I
right.
need more memory.
Jelly. Now my Dell needs to be replaced.
Dell. Only old people freaking use a Dell.
It's an Alienware.
Why don't you just tell us
Come
you all
on.
have a gateway or something?
It's Alienware.
You got the couch colored box, dude.
I know I do.
Gateway. Let's say hi to the chat real quick. I don't want to bring in Steve here. We got Assassin32 VR says, "Sup everybody? What's up, dude?" Kubo92, Chatty is here. Chris9989, Traveling Man 3775, Daniel Kaz is here. Todd Q2C VR Gamer, Michelle B says, "Evening. What's up, Michelle? How are you doing?" Techno Glitches in the house. Paul Fennessy, Gear is here. Let's see who else do we have. Destiny 11. Dan Kim is here. Brandon VR, Ollie VR Port. I think I said Traveling Man, right? I think I did.
Mhm.
Z Storm is here. Says, "What up, nerds? What's up, Z? How you doing, man?"
He's watching us from inside his Quest Pro.
That's freaking cool, dude. That's awesome. Did he just get a Quest Pro?
Yeah.
Did you just get a Quest Pro? Because he's like, this thing is dope. Like he didn't have one before.
No.
That's sweet. Z Wolveraza is here. What's up, man? How you doing? Zell 2318 is here. VR Spry Guy is here. Let's see. Who else we got? I Am Dickel is here. Ryan B, Mind Jive, Fourth Wall Breaker, Chatty, Goddess Robin. What is up, Robin? How you doing? Typical Kiwi is here. Bad Robo. What's up, man? How you doing? Samson 143 VR is here. Yo, dude. Skiva 007 here says, "Todd, check your Discord, bro." Creeper Betty VR. What is up, Betty? How you doing? I miss Betty, man. I haven't talked to Betty. I've been so busy. Betty, I want to apologize right now for not messaging you like for the last couple days. I feel terrible, D. Feel terrible.
You should.
So much going on, and
You don't not talk to Betty for that long.
Seriously, Betty deserves to be talked to. You know who else deserves to be talked to? And that would be this guy right here. We're talking to Steve from Outside In Entertainment and Alvo. What's up, dude? He's like, who the hell brought me in?
Yo, what's up? What's up?
What's up, man? You look like you're ready to shoot somebody with that thing.
Man, I've been in the metaverse all day on the battlefields.
Hell yeah, man.
Starting to feel a little shell shocked here, So
That's awesome.
Actually don't need that. I just said, what the hell?
I love it, man. I think it looks freaking awesome.
How y'all doing?
Awesome. I'm doing good, man. How are you doing on your freaking launch day for Alvo, man? Launch day on PlayStation VR 2. Are you like exhausted, excited, happy, like ready to sleep or what?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna be able to sleep, dude. I'm not gonna be able to sleep.
Checking forums all night long.
I wasn't really able to sleep last night either, but it's not half as bad as it was when we released it on like PlayStation VR 1 because like this is, like the fourth time we've done it. The Pico didn't really seem like that big a deal, but the PlayStation VR one did. Quest 2 certainly did, and then honestly, it like really just started dawning on me, like within the past like 24 hours, like how big a deal this was for us. Um, and that's when I started to like not be able to sleep. So
The insomnia has sunk in.
Yeah, it truly is a big deal, man. It truly is a big deal. Let me just hit a couple more people that have slid in. I just want to say hi to before we get going. TBC VR Gaming is here. Brandon, I think it said Brandon VR. Let's see. Michelle Dillon has stopped in. What's up, Michelle? How are you doing? Virtual Strangers is here. What is up, Wes?
Alex
Kyle?
VR just popped in, yo.
What's up, Alex? How you doing? Kyle, what the slap kitchings? What the slap? Interesting. Who else? Define Tech has slid in. ET2K9.now is here. What's up, man? Thanks, guys, for showing up. But yeah, I mean, I think this is a big one for you, Steve, because number one, it's back to your roots, back to where you guys started with the PlayStation. But it's truly the first launch for me that I think is on truly like a next gen headset. And and I do consider the PlayStation VR 2 like a next gen headset. It's definitely a huge upgrade, I think, over the PlayStation VR 1. And it is an upgrade over the Quest version because it's Quest, right? So I think this is right now, this is, there's a lot of great ways to play Alvo, but to me, this is the definitive way to play it right now. Like with the OLED lenses, with the controllers, with the haptics, the visuals that you have on here, the dynamic lighting, this is the way to play it right now.
yeah, it's definitely the best version of it that we've ever had, and it's really only been within like the past month that we've said, okay, we've got it running on here just fine. We don't got to worry about the bugs to get past FQA and stuff. Like, what can we start to do to like make the graphics look better, polish it up? And we knew that having like the maps looking better was a really big part of it. So, we've been working on forever like retexturing the maps, but they just didn't have time to get it in before this release. And I was afraid if we like at this point, if we delay it longer, maybe Sony says, nah, it's too stacked over the next couple of months, and maybe we miss like the holiday season, which is like 50% of like the sales are going to come from there, if not more. So we just again, over the past month, we were kind of like, okay, we got it ready to go. We're past all the bugs, and so let's look and see what can we try and do. What are quick. We know the longer things that we got to do with the maps to get them looking better that we already doing, but what are the quick wins? And as I said, well, let's add some real time lighting. And just like that, we turned on some real time lighting, and it's just the player's muzzle flash, and then like the network lighting where that muzzle flash comes from the other players, and you can see their muzzle flash bouncing off the walls and stuff, and that like immediately like made it look a little better. And we can just like, it's like now that I know we can do it, we can take it so much further graphically than where we have in the past. And I think we're still going to manage to be able to keep the experience on Quest 2 looking good. A lot of these improvements that we'll do with graphics for PlayStation VR 2 will make it to Quest 3.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it is next gen VR, and it just just natively, like, it looks so much better in the headset. It's like PSVR 1, it looked all right. Quest 2 is like, wow, this looks really good compared to what we were playing on PSVR 1. And then now on PSVR 2, even without us really doing much at all to try and have the graphics looking that much better, it just like it already did. And then the thing that we added literally at the last minute with that, changing it to the 90 hertz native without the reprojection. Like,
One of the first people to do that too, by the way. That was big.
Yeah.
and I know that was at y'all's suggestion, and I didn't. I'd say didn't really know. I didn't really think it would make that big a difference in how it looks, but now when I go in there and I turn it on and off, I can definitely tell. So it's like, yeah, okay, it looks clear, and the game's running super smooth. And I'm just like, I'm really hoping that this will finally, set us over the edge here. You know what I mean? It feels like we've up to this point that we haven't been discovered almost by a lot of people still. And of course, that's why I enlisted you guys to help with the marketing. But at the end of the day, it's really about the game. The game needs to be able to stand on its own legs and sell itself, the marketing helps. But if the game ain't right, then you ain't got nothing. And I finally feel like it's there. And I think maybe the fact that people can put it on you can so easily get it to YouTube and all the different ways to stream it from PlayStation VR. And now that it looks good on the PlayStation VR, that's going to help a lot. And as I've been watching the streams today, and I've either been in the game, been helping kind of diagnose some bugs that we've had come up, but either been in the game, watched the streams, or also for whatever promoting, trying to talk with people about it on Reddit and stuff. But I can just players like, oh yeah, this looks better than I expected. This runs really smooth. I really like this. And for the most part, I don't hear a lot of negative comments, and I can breathe a big sigh of relief, and maybe I'll sleep because of it.
Hell yeah.
So,
You sound so tired, dude.
You do. You deserve to sleep tonight, man. You deserve to sleep tonight. And,
yeah.
I mean, everything you're saying is that's what the whole thing is here. Like, Alvo deserves to stand on its own because it's a freaking great game. More people do need to know about it.
I don't mean to interrupt you. Did Jay Bahar is streaming it right now?
Yeah,
we don't have a way to throw that on here. His YouTube stream.
Yeah, I think we probably could.
I mean, I don't know if that's what would make sense or not.
Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna show the trailer too in a little bit too. But yeah, I would love to get J Bar's stream up, man. That would be freaking awesome. J Bar is going to stream it for a few hours too. I think so. Yeah. While Todd's working about that, let me say hello to a couple people also stopped in. Radio Runt has stopped in. Awesome Tatum is here. Jay last name is here. Who else do we got? App J
Tatum. I think did Tatum and I play Alvo the other night? I think he was in there with me.
Tate is kick ass, man. Tate is kick ass.
He's got a nice southern accent, doesn't he?
He does. Yeah. That VR girl here is here. She says Alvo deserves way more of a following than it has. The Alvo community is awesome, and I'm happy to see more publicity for it lately.
Well right on, and thanks for your help. I think that VR girl, she did put the one that's on SideQuest review.
She is.
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
Awesome. Okay. She's a sidekick for SideQuest. She has a great channel as well.
Yeah, we actually have. There's a lot of women in our games, surprisingly, and they're some of the most vocal members of the community. So it's great. That's
great. Hell yeah, kick ass. We get a $5. Sorry, yeah, absolutely. We got a $5 super chat from Lincoln Clay VR. Says, "Sup panel? What's up, Steve? What's up, Lincoln Clay? Thank you."
What's
and then a backup. We have a $1.99 super chat from Antone Jones. Says RE4 remake looking like it's going to be the VR goat. Very possible. Thank you for the super chat, Antone Jones. Antone sent me a.
Pronto, vamos aguentar aqui. Pô.
I'm gonna mute it, but that's J Bar's.
Scheiße.
Little choppy.
Is it choppy for you guys?
Yeah, it's Todd's internet.
Well, I am
Canadian internet.
Running.
You're
Starlink right now, or what's going on? That's cool, man. If it's not gonna be good, that's all right. All right.
Yeah.
It's
cool though, man.
Great on my screen.
I mean, definitely go check. Yeah, Z-Storm says he's popping in and out of J Bar stream at some point here.
Right.
Nice. Puddles 2108 is here.
Puddles, what's up, dude? That's one of our. That's the Alvo army right there, man.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Bry Cub is here. Says happy Thursday. All what's going on, everybody? So yeah, I mean, and thank you for the super chats, Antone Jones. Antone sent me a cool little a little sound bite the other day from him. He wanted to check out his mic and his setup and how it sounded. Sounds like he's gonna start doing something. So look out for Antone Jones. So it was quite good, and I was happy to hear it. So it was pretty cool. Steve, let's talk a little bit about you were talking about Alvo and how some of the things you changed even up right to the last minute, trying to make the game the best version of the game that it is, but there are some things that aren't in there, but that they're going to be very shortly in there. So tell us a little bit about the roadmap. Like the Alvo that you're going to play today may not be the same Alvo you're going to play a week from now, right? Or 2 weeks from now, or a month from now.
Yeah. So I mean, you got big ticket items and you got a bunch of little ticket items. I'll start with just the little ticket items because that's what we've been thinking about all day. Is the user interface in general. Like when you come into the game, it looks a little bit. it's not certainly not AAA. It's not even single A. It's minor leagues, and so we've got some updates to the UI that I think are going to make it look a lot sharper. I think one of our developers said it looks like it was developed at a game jam. So,
I don't think it looks that bad.
and it's
Yeah, come on.
it's kind of like when after they've been like working so hard forever on things that they not they don't some of this development they enjoy, some others they don't. Like it's busy work and it's harder, but there's just certain things that the guys like to do, whether it's sound effects or animations or guns or UI. They just say, hey, can I work on this UI? And I say, yeah, we've been, either you can take the time off because you've been working so damn hard. If you don't want to work for the next, 3 or 4 days, be my guest. Just be there if shit goes nuclear. But otherwise, if you want to hang around, and you want to do that UI, let's make it look better. And then we talk about the UI. So that's a real short term change. I'm hoping we can also get in the short term more around the real time lighting, just specifically around like the muzzle flash and the explosions, to tweak that a bit to just make it look a little bit better than it looks right now. We really just kind of threw it in there and it looked all right, but there's a lot more that needs to go around it. I guess those are small items in the short term. The big ticket items that we've been working on for a long time are, the Steam VR release.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome,
That's
man. I
gonna be
can't
good.
wait.
Yeah, and if we wanted to, we could have 300 or 400 people in there right now and really trying to just like grind it out and figure it out. But we don't, with everything going on with PlayStation VR, we really just haven't had the capacity to try and handle that at the same time. So, on the DL, we've had, people testing it on Index and people testing it on Vive and people testing it on all the different headsets. And it's pretty hammered out there. And so, we hope to, shortly after we do these updates with the maps, basically drop it on Steam VR. And it's tough to say depending on the headset that you're on there if it's going to end up looking better than it does on PlayStation.
The biggest question though, is it going to be crossplay? Like, can I play Steam
yeah.
VR against Quest?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and
excellent,
we're doing that within our betas right now already. We got the approval from Sony.
Nice.
And that Steam VR thing, it's kind of a thing. Everybody's like, it was such a weird route. You went to PlayStation first, everything goes to Steam first and then makes their way. I've talked to you guys about that, about the reasoning of why we went to PlayStation first. But then, like, the longer I was on PlayStation, it was like, this game ain't gonna be well received on Steam right now. Not until we get our manual reloads hammered out, because they ain't gonna accept push button reload. And now we've got them hammered out, and I think, frankly, they're fucking great, and nobody really knows about it. The PlayStation VR guys are knowing about it, but the Quest 2 audience, the early adopters, were kind of just like, like jumped in, didn't like the hybrid, trashed the game, never came back. It is what it is. Hopefully, we still can get that audience now as the game grows across the other platforms. But
that's a huge point. Like, people should know that the game, if you tried Alvo a little, when it released on Quest, or even in some parts when it released on PlayStation VR 1, you need to try and give it another chance. Go back in now, because it's a completely different game than when it originally launched. I mean, so many things have been either updated or added to the game that you may not even know about. So to me, it's a completely different game. Even just having the zombie maps open now that maybe weren't open originally, and some of the other new maps that are there now. So I think everybody needs to go back and check it out.
Yeah, definitely. But by and large, the number one reason that people if they didn't like it, they didn't like it because of how we were doing the reloading.
The reload
mechanic was
and you have a great, to me, I think, for the speed of the game, you have a really good reload mechanic. It's like, to me, there's certain games, there's certain games that you want the full, the full reload, everything, you know what I mean? Like maybe Ghost of Tabor, maybe, certain, maybe Contract, maybe Onward. But to me, this game is too fast to do that whole reload mechanic. I want to pop one reload. I want something closer to what you have. because I want the speed of it. To me, this game is all about the fast gameplay because there's no other game out there that is as fast as Alvo, that feels as much like Call of Duty as Alvo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right. Like, what other games can you slide around corners, popping guys, and
Dude.
you're calling in dogs behind you while you're doing it? And like, give me a break.
yeah,
This is a
and
fast
I,
paced first
and I know a
person
lot of
shooter.
people say, "Oh man, this doesn't, look any different than Pavlov." And of course, they see a couple of our skins. We have the same characters, which are characters that everybody just buys on the asset store, and they're like, "Oh, you fucking ripped them off from Pavlov." Well, no, we didn't. That's just like they're rigged for VR, and that's why you use them. But the game's like completely different from Pavlov.
Yeah.
And people say, "Oh, Pavlov's faster." Well, no, I mean it's not. Pavlov's its own thing, but it's not faster at all. And
No way.
and now that the game's on PlayStation VR 2 and it's running super fluid, I think people are going to see that in these videos, and that's why I want to get some, I want these videos out there and hoping to get some real big streamers to,
I've seen a
you know,
ton of coverage today, man. And
Mhm.
everybody that I've seen has been pretty much overwhelmingly positive about the release. And there just isn't enough good releases on PlayStation VR 2 right now,
Just gonna
in
say
my
that. Yeah.
opinion. And I think that launching now, amongst some of the games that are launching so broken, and for you being a small team that like you said, you maybe had a few issues today, but for the most part, launched pretty much the way it should. Everybody's being able to play it. You can hook up with everybody. There's no multiplayer issues. If you want to get in there and squad up with people, you can. So I mean, for me, I mean, this is a win for you guys, no matter what.
Yeah, it's feeling good, and the some of the fundamental things that we built it on, I think, um, specifically around get players in a match with other players right away at all costs. Like do
Mhm.
that. Like first and foremost, that's what you got to do. Everything else comes secondary. Matchmaking, game modes, all that. Just connect players with the other players because nobody wants to be in there alone. You don't buy a multiplayer game to be alone. You buy it to be able to play. And and that has that that concept has allowed us to, no matter what our player base numbers were, whether we were only getting 10 concurrent players or 500 or 1,000, we've just been able to weather it just up and down without people saying, without, you'll always get some people that say, oh, the game's dead because maybe they jumped in a match or two and found bots. But like 90% of the time, people are playing with, at least 6 players or more, like at all times, like 24 hours a day. And and that is super important because once people start saying this game's dead, boom, 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 boom. I've seen what's happened with Vale,
Mhm.
and it really, like, it shows me, okay, yeah, that system that we did there, that's real important. I think, I definitely wouldn't want to release on like PCVR in the position that Vale did, where it's like a server browser. You can always see how many people are online, and then people can lock you out of those browsers, and you have no idea, lock you out of them, and you have no idea what the player base numbers are going to be, and then
Mhm.
everybody's leaving the comments on Steam that, oh, this game's dead, and then no, then
Then it is dead. Well, as
yeah,
soon
and
as
then
you
it
get
is
those
dead.
comments, then it is dead.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
but for us, when we release over there, whether it's only fucking one person that's playing that game on Steam, they're going to find all these other players,
Mhm.
and I think they're gonna like it. And I have no idea, what the audience is going to be there, if they're gonna, if we'll sell any near as well as we did on Quest or PSVR 1 or PSVR 2. But we need to be there, because one, it's like so easy for us at this point. Like there's very little work involved. But two, because we are working on, the secondary, big ticket item, the mod support. I think it's really important to be on Steam because that community, that's where all that stuff's going to come from. And I totally, if there was like one thing I had to do over again out of this whole, venture for 3 or 4 years, it would have been, find a way, even if we didn't release the game on Steam VR, to somehow start including, modders into the discussion, because like the pipeline that comes from that of new content that is original, like it's worth thousands and thousands of dollars and hours of what you could do yourself, and it ends up being just as good, if not better. And creates it, and it also, it just, you have more minds working in a creative direction on it, and it can just take the thing its own way. And that's kind of what we've always been about, is like, let the community dictate where it goes. If it's fun, we'll play it, and the mods are going to do that. And I've been telling people this forever, is I want to have a map. I want to have a map where I've got a jetpack and a flamethrower and a
I
bazooka.
like it already.
Hell yeah.
And I don't know about it's set in I picture it, you've been to like Moab, Utah, Colorado River Valley, Sedona. Picture that's the environment, but there's like a cities, kind of like, it's like a city built on the hills in that area where there's hoodoos. If you know what a hoodoo is, an oddly shaped pinnacle. I don't know why I remember that. We went on a guided tour in Moab one time, and that just stuck out of my mind. But anyways, that's the setting with your jetpacks and your flamethrowers, and maybe you got a freaking sorry. See, now this exhaustion's kicking in.
Right. I knew this was going to happen.
How about a rocket launcher, or like?
Well, yeah, rocket launcher. But the other big part of it is, okay, you got the Avengers style floating battleship, right?
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
that mug's floating through the air, and people are, that's like a jump station and a spawn point, and like, so there's battles going on and off of that, and maybe from
And
there
it's like circling the map.
Yeah, it's like circling the map, and maybe you have. I don't want to go so far as to say you have piloted, call them flying Humvees, but maybe you could have some that are also like on tracks. That's part of the battle equation. So that's like my dream. That's like my dream of like what I would love to see in the game. And I think modders can help us get there, because if they don't, my devs are gonna help us get there. But that's kind of that's the sort of thing I see coming out of modding.
I love it.
That's
and
cool. That's exciting.
Amazing.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun.
It's going to add so much to Alvo, and I love the crossplay, man. And I think having Steam, having Quest, PSVR 1, PSVR 2, all the other Pico. We should mention Pico because it's there as well, right, on Pico. So everybody being able to play together is super important. It's great to make sure that you have these full lobbies that we're talking about, and and so much more coming. And I love seeing the people in chat too, man. Puddles2108 says been with Alvo since April last year, never leaving. Love to see that. Q2C has stopped in. Troy Gillis has stopped in. What's up, Troy? Haven't seen you in a while, dude, man. Welcome to the back to the show. Polish Hammer is here. Time to Play VR is here. Says I want Alvo with firewall graphics.
TBC Gaming and
I do too,
Assassin's
bro.
Creed
I do too.
are over on TikTok.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, to me, I think Alvo is getting there. I mean, I think if you look, take it, get in there and take a look at some of that lighting now. I mean, I've seen the image. Some of these images that you've been sharing with the new lighting are absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Why don't we do this, Todd? Why don't we run this trailer real quick? Because number one, it's a freaking kick-ass trailer, and number two, we helped do it, so it was pretty damn cool.
Yeah. Siege. Riley. You hear me? Taz. Yeah. Set me free and give me death, there ain't no other choices. When I lay down to go to sleep, I keep on hearing voices. Little whispers in my head, man, is you fake or loyal? Rhino water, that designer, baby, pick your poison. These little demons living underneath my bed, creeping. Know the real, my lives above them all sleeping. That subtle breathing in your closet every single evening. Thought you never see me again, looks can be deceiving. When they hear the sound of the drum, they'll be saying, oh Lord, here they die. Yeah, here we come. Here we come. Here we come. Here we come. I used to think that people die because they wicked. Nowadays people wanna see you dead because you get to being ready for my tune since I came up out the womb. So no matter what, I'm coming back and paying you a visit. Saw it coming, I predicted. But y'all wouldn't listen. No, you can't protect your riches if you never burn bridges. Flip pages, went places, made changes, still dangerous. Now I'm back, altercation, hold still. I make it painless, how it feel, baby. When you say you love me, is it real, baby? Full speed, both hands on the wheel, baby. Young Taz coming from the Mobile, baby. You know the drill, baby. Yeah. And when you hear the sound of the drum, we'll be saying, here we come. Yeah, here we come. Hey, here we come. Here we come. Here we come. Yeah, here we come. Hey, here we come. Hey, here we come. Here we come.
I just
That
want to go play. I
is
just wanna go play.
badass, dude. That is bad. If that doesn't get you fucking fired up, man,
That's,
you gotta go check
you know
your
what I mean?
fucking
I mean,
pulse.
that's so gangster, dude. That song, dude, I swear that
So
song.
good.
Elliot picked that song, and
Oh,
He
Elliot
did,
did
yeah.
so good. Elliot did so, but you know what? There
So
was a
good.
lot of people that helped out with that trailer, including you, Steve. If you guys see that last part of that trailer, there's a guy there, looking through a sniper scope at a guy across the city, and all of a sudden he comes off the scope real quick, and there's a freaking rocket launcher fired at him. That's me and Steve, by the way. Elliot's recording. That's me and Steve shooting that shot, and there's a lot of work that goes into these trailers, man, and it does such a good job. And guys, that is all in game. Everything you see there is from the game.
yeah, it sure is. And I tell you, I'm watching Jay Behar over here, and dude, he's fucking doing good, man. And it looks when you get somebody who's good at the game,
Yeah, he's a good player.
and he's
It
got a
just
good
makes it look so
streaming
easy, and
setup.
you're like, oh my
Yeah,
god, I want to get in there. Yeah.
yeah, and just like the game looks
Yeah.
smooth that way when you got a good player with a good setup doing it. And but yeah, the trailer was kick ass. For sure. I think as Elliot like mentioned, and we kind of like realized at the last point, it was like, yeah, there are a couple of scenes in there that kind of like you know uh make us, because we don't have the shadows when we're in like that we don't have we don't have shadows in there at all, really. And a lot of the time we don't have the muzzle flash because we were like doing it a lot of that video, we didn't have the real-time lighting because we were doing a lot of that video like right as we were adding it, so
Right.
that detracted a little bit from it, but it's still like it looked really cool. And I think we'll edit that, we'll clip that trailer up just a little bit 6 months from now, and I think it'll
Oh, yeah.
it'll look even better once we get some of these graphic updates in. And yeah, it's a lot of work though making those things, huh?
It was kick ass. Yeah, Skiba007 says now that is a sexy trailer. And Time to Play VR says that's pretty cool. Puddin', because I think Puddles 2108 says he was in that. Was he in
Yep.
that trailer somewhere?
Who-
Could
who-
be.
who,
Puddles
Puddles?
2108 says he was in
Yeah,
that. He was in that.
so Puddles is a woman. Don't
She was in that. That's kick ass. That's even
misgender
more
her.
kick ass.
Don't you misgender my girl.
All right. That's even more kick ass that she was
But
in there.
yeah, she was definitely in there when we were shooting some of that footage.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, she's one of our Alvo
I just got a
army.
ping from Z-Storm's Twitch channel. He has also just launched Alvo and is streaming it right now.
Oh snap! Is he wants some
Damn,
Good job,
everybody's
Z.
rocking
action?
and rolling with it. Everybody's rocking and
Let's
rolling with
go
Alvo today.
play.
I think he was just in chat, so he must have watched the trailer and thought, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to play.
Going to
Yeah,
play.
and he's watching Jay.
I'm this close to saying that same thing, but
Right?
I'm on camera, man. I can't sneak
Yeah.
out so easily.
Hell yeah. Also, Drippy the Wandering Game Cat says now that's a game trailer.
That's a good game trailer.
It is
I'm
good.
so thankful you guys were able to help me out with that, man, because like I swear to God, I might have just ended up running the PlayStation VR 1 trailer had I not had you guys, because
Oh, and this does so much more justice to the game than the old trailer, for sure.
yeah, for shizzle. Oh, he's doing S&D now. He's got dual Uzis with some
Oh, nice.
suppressors. I think we'll see how they do. Yeah, and you know what? The S&D, man, it's pretty damn good now. And it's like I feel like one or two tweaks away to how a little bit of the gameplay elements, and it could be great. We're doing that kill cam like how Firewall did it, where you can
Mhm.
give people intel.
I love that too. Yeah.
And it's when you get some skilled players, like they're reviving and it's making a difference. And that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean that's what's great about this game. It is fast, like what I've always been saying. It is super fast. It is a game that it's probably one of the fastest shooters out there, but it's still competitive to the point where you need to work as a team, especially if you're playing like some of the search and destroy things, missions and things like that. You have to work as a team, otherwise you will get kicked. Will get your ass kicked, especially if you're playing with good players. And there is a lot of good players out there. You guys have a great community of players.
Yeah, yeah, we do. Yeah, we've got good players. We've got, you got ones that are real good, but in general, nobody's like too sweaty that they're like dicks to new people for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say to anybody, don't be afraid about getting in there and like getting owned immediately. I mean, and there are people. If you go to the Discord, go to the Alvo Discord. I'm sure there's people in there that will help you, like kind of like help you along, get in there, play with you, kind of like get you in there, and like just so you're not getting kind of owned right away because
Yeah,
it is competitive. But I think there's definitely some people out there to help.
and we also have, a fairly basic rank-based matchmaking, so that if you are a brand new player, you're going to be with some newer players. Now it's not, there's not 10 million players online. There's not this huge pool that we can say, okay, everybody just started the game today. But you're not gonna, if you don't want to, you're not gonna have to play against somebody who's been playing it for a year or 2 years.
Yeah,
And
that's good.
and
That helps people get their feet wet, right? Until they
like
kind of learn the maps and learn the kill streaks and what weapons they prefer and all that jazz. So that's
Yeah,
good.
and we changed that pretty quickly after the Quest release, man, because like I guess the two big things were, okay, I don't like the manual reload, and I'm getting in here with all these people who've been playing on PlayStation VR 1, and I'm getting owned. And so we said, all right, we think we got enough players that we can do the rank based matchmaking and still get people in the matches. But it's
Right.
all been, everything has been about, first and foremost, let's make sure players can get in the matches with other players. Even if they're getting owned, I'd rather them get owned by players than not play with anybody.
Yeah.
And then they can play against our bots, and
Mhm.
that'll tide you over for a certain period of time. But ultimately, the bots are nothing on the players. So
Hey,
yeah,
just get good. That's all I can tell you. Get
yeah,
good.
Get good.
just
That's
be
all.
better, man.
That's
Just
it.
be better. You know,
Be better. Be better. I love it,
Just
man. I love it.
no, my
It's
game's not trash. You just suck at it. Fuck it.
oh man, too funny, too funny. I love it, man. And, I'm looking forward to getting a lot of people in there and playing. I love this game. Techno Glitch is asking Steam release. When are we looking?
Oh man, I really hope before the end of the year. I'd like to think that we might be there in time for Christmas. We're not gonna call it early access. What the hell? Come
Mhm.
on,
Yeah, you want
Pavlov's
it to be
early
ready.
access. Like,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
not gonna call it early access. We're gonna put it out and we're gonna say it's ready, and people are
Mhm.
gonna say it's in pre-alpha no matter what. So we're gonna put it out and we're gonna say it's ready. But I hope before the end of the year. Um, yeah, we really we're gonna have to hit the beta testing on there hard. So it's gonna be a balancing
Right.
act between getting those maps in and the beta testing over there. Um, yeah, we know it runs great on Rift and Quest Link because that's how we have kind of developed it the whole time. But it's tweaking tweaking it for the other headsets, and we're going to have to get the organization together to be able to do that beta testing in a systematic way. That's always kind of been a challenge for us, is how to do things in an organized, systematic way, as opposed to just fucking sending messages on Discord.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
So but we're getting a bit better at it.
There you go.
We're getting a bit better
Well,
at it.
maybe
Yeah.
if you guys maybe want to be a part of it, go get into the Alvo Discord. Join the Alvo Discord. Maybe Todd can put a link in there to Alvo Discord and go get in there. And number one, you can hang out with some of these awesome people that are here in chat, supporting the game and supporting Steve. And then you can maybe get in there and just be part of the community. And I'm sure they need testing, so maybe they bring you in. You
Yeah.
never know.
Yeah, we do. We're gonna need some testers.
Techno Glitch is saying cross buy. Do you think it'll be cross buy if you own it on Quest? Will you get it on the Rift store?
See, I don't know that we're necessarily going to put it on the Rift store right away. Um, one, I don't know how many people buy stuff off the Rift store. Like I feel like, are they shutting it down or something?
It is very quiet. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
think they're shutting it down
Yeah, I don't
completely,
think they'll
but I
shut it
mean, they're
down.
definitely not pushing people to go there in any way. And it is difficult. It's tough. I mean, because the odds of you getting somebody to go in there and buy it is just not super high. So, I mean, I think if it's an easy port for you, then you do it, and if it's not, then you don't. As a developer, you got to like weigh these things, right? Like you want to make sure the PlayStation VR 2 version is the best version you can make, and then you want to make sure you can get a good Steam version out there. I think third on your list has to be, maybe putting it on the Rift Store.
Yeah, and the deal is like it's not a hard port because like that's what it's already running on natively. It's the fact that okay, every time you do an update, you got to push that update through the Quest store, and maybe they have you got to worry about updating the metadata. You got to worry about do they have a QA, and I
Mhm.
and I don't know what it is because we've never put it on the official Rift store, not the Quest store, but the Rift store, but.
Mhm.
So it's just like the additional steps that you have to do every time you update it. That is it worth it? Is there an audience there? Especially if it's just my same audience. That's like if I'm just going to give it to them for free. Like I feel you on that. Like I would like if we had it
Yeah.
on there, I would give it to
Right.
you for free. I wouldn't.
Yeah, so if the store was like viable and you were going to do it, you would do it as a cross buy. But
Yeah.
you just don't know if it's ever going to be viable, worth it enough to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Um.
That's good to know. And then, it is good to know. It is good to state that, let people know out there if they are a PlayStation VR 1 owner of Alvo, how much is it going to cost them to go get it on PlayStation VR 2?
$5, man.
$5, man.
Freaking
Look at that.
What?
I mean,
Really?
It's a
but
burrito supreme at Taco
yeah,
Bell, bro.
literally, but there's so much
That's a
more to the
great
game now. Like I
idea.
said, with the
Right.
maps, with the lighting, with the PlayStation VR 2, everything that comes with the PlayStation VR 2 and the haptics and those controllers. For $5, I mean, if you already own it, that's all the upgrade is, which I think is awesome. And what's the price for people who don't own it, who've never had it, they want to go get it, they just bought a PlayStation VR 2, they want to go get it,
20 smackaroos.
which is super cheap, dude. You're getting a multiplayer game that you can get hundreds of hours of play in for $20. This is
Yeah.
not a single play game where you play through it 4 or 5, 6 hours and then you never touch it again. This is not that game, right? This is a game that you will go into over and over and over again with friends or solo or whatever, by yourself, going up against whoever. There's a lot of play here.
Yeah,
That VR
if you're a
girl says
multi
a burrito supreme for $5 only lasts a few minutes.
That's
That's
right.
true.
Think of
That's
many
right.
hours you can get for $5
That's right.
with Alvo.
Yeah, oh yeah, and I guess the other thing that is in our pipeline, the other major thing is social lobby. Um, and this has actually been something that I've wanted since literally day one. I can remember the publishing agreement that I signed with the original developer, 3 years ago, like had this, the idea was, and this was all based off of my experience in hating sitting around in the lobbies in Firewall and how
Mhm.
I was like, okay, give me something to do in the meantime. And ideally, even if I want to just go hang out with my friends and not play the game, like hang around until we go get a game, let us do that. And so, we've got a social lobby that we're working on. I think you're going to be able to shoot hoops and maybe play some pool in there.
Nice.
Um,
Cool.
Good
and
idea.
maybe I think we're trying to figure out a way where you can watch YouTube in there.
That would be sweet.
But we'll see. I don't know. There's like privacy concerns with the big guys with that one, and
Right.
Mhm.
but yeah. So a little bit of a social lobby, and we'll see where it goes with that. There'll be a shooting range in there and stuff.
Hell yeah.
But
Needless
just
to
some
say, this
little
is
mini
not
games.
needless to say, you're not done with this game in any way whatsoever.
No, no, we're not. We're not, and we're gonna add so like I guess like medium term and like medium work items. Just a couple more guns in the short term here, a couple more rifles, and something that I've wanted forever, but we just have not been able to do it. Is I really like. It takes a little bit of getting used to our grenade, the way we're doing the grenades, where you take your hand off the gun and you grab the grenade. You're seeing the arc coming. You're seeing the arc. Let's see. You take your left hand off the gun. You're seeing the arc come from the
Mhm.
gun. You throw your right, and then you throw it with your left hand, and the grenade follows it. And you can also do it vice versa. You can take your right hand off the gun, grab it, and then the arc shows from the other side. And once you get the hang of it, it works real well. And I want to do a throwing knife that way. That's
Yeah.
so the arc
Nice.
is lower and it goes faster. And then I want to do an exploding tomahawk.
Oh man,
So,
sick.
so
Where it like sticks in you, and then you have to run around for a second before it explodes. That would be
I
awesome.
don't know what the exact scenario is going to be.
Oh man, that would be awesome.
And so those are ones that I'm pretty hopeful that we're going to have in the medium term here.
Mhm.
I don't know if they'll be in by the time we make the Steam release. Everything takes a lot longer than we ever think it's going to take, but
Sure does. Always does.
yeah. And then yeah, so
lots of things coming with Alvo. Lots of cool things going on. Lots of things going on right now, Todd, with Alvo, and that means you can win a PlayStation VR 2 right now with Alvo.
yeah, man, I'm actually going to ship this one right here. So
Are you going to ship that one, or you just put it in a box? Yeah, I mean, if you so Todd, there is a Gleam giveaway for Alvo right now. So if you guys want to get in to possibly win a couple of things. Number one, you can win a PlayStation VR 2. You can also win a freaking kick-ass merch too. You can win a hoodie and a shirt from Alvo with these awesome patches that they have with the Alvo logo. Freaking pretty kick-ass package you're putting together here for people. That's pretty awesome, man.
yeah, it's cool. I've actually got the premium Alva hoodie on right here. Boom.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we
Oh,
got
nice.
the little company logo. We got
Alvo
Alvo
sleeve
on the
there.
shirt.
All right, I want one of these now.
And then
Yeah.
we got the
Oh, the big logo on the back.
yeah. I
Nice.
actually
Badass.
I didn't have my hands on any of this merch at the time, and I wanted something when I went to that developer conference, where of course I had the pleasure of meeting you guys, and Todd.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Todd literally became my best friend for
It's
a
true.
day.
True story.
And we protected each other
They're
We
inseparable.
did.
as we walked
We-
through the tenderloin.
We,
I had my knife. I told you I
we
had
were walking through a shady part of
to
California,
fucking
and
throw that knife at somebody.
What parts of California aren't shady?
Steve was protecting me.
That was fun.
It was so much fun.
Yeah, so I don't know. I had this thing made before I went out there, and whatever. So, but yeah, so there's the merch, and that damn Glean IO giveaway has worked fantastic in terms of like picking up followers. I wish I would have done it. We gave away like 5 quests when we released on Quest.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I mean, and I couldn't measure how anything did, but I know we weren't picking up followers on social media.
Right.
So that thing's worked great.
Yeah, so get in it, guys. You got a couple of weeks left to get in it.
Yeah,
So
27
get in it
days,
now.
actually.
There's a whole bunch of ways you can enter, and it's really easy to do. Doesn't cost you anything. Just go in and click a couple things, follow, share it. Gets you a whole bunch of entries, and win yourself a PlayStation VR 2. And if you already got one, then you can have a backup, or you can give it to somebody else, or you can whatever.
I'll even hook you up with a copy of Alvo, whoever wins.
Oh, hell yeah. And you know
Oh,
what?
look
We're
at
going to give another copy of Alvo away right now, tonight, to somebody. PlayStation VR 2 version, either North American or a European region.
And how
and
about
we're
this? How about we throw in a quest key, huh?
Ooh, nice.
How about
That's a
we look around?
kick-ass.
Look around. Let's fuck around. Let's 4 quest keys.
What? There we go.
Why not?
I don't know how we get. All right, let's do the PlayStation one first, guys. Let's do the. We're not going to do a wheel. We're going to do a question. And first one who answers it, please do not answer if you don't have a PlayStation VR 2, because you can't do anything with the key. So only answer if you have a PlayStation VR 2 and you want to win this. But tell me, and on the PlayStation VR 1 version of Alvo, there was a gun peripheral that Sony had that you could use with the game. What is the name of that gun peripheral? So on the PlayStation VR 1 version of Alvo, there is a gun peripheral
Steve
that
might
Sony
be
had.
pointing
What
at it.
is the name of that gun peripheral? The first person to answer will win a PSVR 2 version of Alvo. I see on my screen, the first one was Techno Glitch on my screen. And it might be different for you guys, but on my screen,
Does
it's
Techno
just
Glitch have a PlayStation VR 2?
Techno Glitch. Tech, do you have a PlayStation VR 2? Time to Play VR was right there too, man.
Yep.
But, yeah. But nice job, Tech. Tech is fast with these things, man.
He's excited. There you go, Tech.
You know,
Oh, look at what you got there.
nowadays, you
Look at
know,
that thing.
nowadays you got to upgrade. You know, you got to play with the big boys.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I mean?
nice, man.
Yeah, this one courtesy of the ProTube gentleman.
Tech
Move
says
the
give it to
pronunciations.
Wes. Wes already has a copy,
Wes
bro.
already
He
has a
doesn't need it.
copy.
He doesn't need a copy. Yeah, Wes has got as many copies as he wants.
So
How
Yeah.
about we give? How
second
about we
one
give it
down.
to the set? Let's give it to the second person who answered Tech. If you're giving it up and you're not claiming it, well, we can give it to the second person on the list, and that would have been on my screen. That was time to play VR.
Same.
And you know, don't forget to put your body armor in when you're going into the metaverse. You got your you got your B Haptics. Thank you, B Haptics, for hooking us up with this so we could get
We
it
need to
working.
get
And
B haptic support into PSVR too.
yeah, they do. That'd be nice because
Yeah.
that works on Quest and it'll definitely work on Steam. And we got the ProTube haptics support as well on Quest and Steam. The game works with the cyber shoes on Quest. So
Nice.
yeah,
Cyber shoes on Quest. That's cool.
there's also another company that I can't disclose that they plug something straight into your ear and then you just close your eyes and play the game. I don't know. It's weird.
It's coming. It's
yeah,
coming.
yeah.
Technoglitch is asking if he can get a Quest copy of the game.
Sure.
Since he can't use. All right, there you go, Tech. You can have one of those 4 Quest copies that Steve generously gave up, and we'll give the other 3 away later in the show. But Steve, thank you for coming and doing this, man. Number one, congratulations, man. This is a lot of hard work for you and the team too. I want to mention the team, and those guys work their asses off on this game. They do a great job. They're working in the community all the time too, in the Discord. Congratulations to all you guys. This has been an awesome day for you, and this is going to continue, I think, for quite a while. So,
Yeah, well, thanks, man. Thanks, dude. I appreciate you having me. I appreciate y'all's help. And a statement to your viewers. Pretty please. With sugar on top, buy my game. I need you to buy my game. Okay.
Yes.
Buy my game.
Yes, please, everybody. There's payroll that needs to be paid. People need to live. People need to eat.
Mortgages have to be paid.
Yes.
Go buy the game.
If you buy my game, I will make it my life's goal to make your wildest VR dreams come true.
Excellent.
Go.
Okay. Buy my game.
He's almost guaranteeing if this does well that we're getting rocket packs and
Rocket packs.
and grenade launchers.
Stormtrooper laser guns. Awesome. I love
Haptic
it.
feedback around the crotch. You name it, bro.
I love it.
All
I
right.
love it.
Yeah.
Steve, you rock, dude. Thanks for coming, man. Thanks for being here tonight. We really appreciate it. And go get some rest, dude.
Oh, thank you.
Nice to
Thank
meet
you.
you.
Go have a
Yeah,
nap.
you too, Double D. And let's see. Oh, Z-Storm made it in over there with Jay Behar.
Nice.
Yeah.
Am I pronouncing that right?
J Bar.
J-Bar.
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 Yeah, I've been watching him for a while, man.
He's kick ass, man.
A nice mustache of his.
Yeah, he's got a kick ass mustache. He
Yeah.
works his ass off on that treadmill he uses. So
Yep.
pretty cool.
Right. Okay. Well,
Steve, awesome, man. Thank you.
pleasure.
talk
All
soon.
right.
See you, bud.
Good seeing y'all. Bye.
Hell yeah, that was super cool, man. And he gave us some keys to give away for later too. I don't know how we're gonna give these keys away. I didn't really have a wheel plan for that because
I had it started, but then
You can do
you're like,
comments
no.
in the video afterwards.
Yeah, we'll do it on the video afterwards. There you go. That's a good idea.
there
Comments,
are-
comments in chat. Comments on the video afterwards, not in this chat, but on the comments on the video after the video is over, will get you entered to win one of the 3 quest keys that we have available for.
Text, send me an email.
for
And
Alvo.
I'll, Steve
there are
keeps coming
few-
back. Does he want to say something else?
Do you want to say something?
I
You want to say
wanted to
something?
remind
Keeps coming back.
everybody.
Did you want to say something, or you just
I
I
get
didn't
out of
know
here?
you guys were still on.
Oh yeah, no, we're not done. Yet. We're not done yet. We got a whole
I'm
bunch
just
of
gonna.
other stuff to go through.
Can I just like guest host? I'm just.
Yeah,
I'll
you can
try
stay if
not
you
to
want to
Stay if
stay.
you want.
Yeah,
You're gonna be awake,
Yeah, right. I thought you'd want to go have a nap.
Oh well, if I wasn't talking with you guys, I would jump in this game. But I'm
Nice.
content to just sit here and watch Jay Behar and
J-Bar.
Yeah.
J Bar.
If you want to sit here and co-host with them two, I'll go play because
She'll
I
go play
can't get
Alvo.
this
Yeah.
game. Yeah, I'll
I
go
mean,
play.
how much longer are you guys gonna go for?
Oh,
Oh,
another
we're
hour.
probably gonna go for about another hour. Yeah.
I'll hang.
Cool. Yeah, let's do that. All right, Todd, let's get back on track here. Because I do have a hard out though. I have to get out of
We
here.
do,
Because
yeah.
I have a meeting. I have to go back to work. I have a meeting at 11 p.m.
What?
And then I have another meeting at
Yeah.
midnight. So it's never over for Impact Reality. It's a pain
That's
in the
right.
ass sometimes. But Todd, let's talk about a couple things. Let's talk about another Gleam giveaway that's going on, and somebody made a cool video for us. And he kind of messaged me earlier today, and he's like, "Hey, is it okay if I talk about you guys?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah, man! You can talk about me." And that's one of our own community members, and that would be Assassin32. Stepped out behind the camera and in front of the camera and made a cool little video about Gleam giveaway and something we're doing and a little bit of Q2C stuff. So let's see our brother, our community member. Let's say hello to Assassin32.
I want to help you win a Quest 3. Watch this, and I'll show you how. Q2C VR Gamer is teaming up with Sin Studios, the developer of Swordsman, to give away a Quest 3 headset. Q2C does a live weekly podcast on YouTube every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time in the US. The podcast features Eric Masher, Todd Jackson, and usually Chinatown D. Q2C also has a very active Facebook page with over 180,000 members. It's huge. They have a super active Discord channel, and the weekly podcast can be heard on Spotify, Audible, Amazon, iHeartRadio, honestly, anywhere you get your podcasts. Also, Q2C gives away a ton of VR games on their channel, so while you're winning your fancy new Quest 3, don't forget to subscribe so you can enter all of their drawings. On a recent episode, Q2C interviewed Almir, Chief Operating Officer for Sin Studios, the creator of Swordsman. Swordsman is a physics-based combat game designed for virtual reality where you can slash your way through medieval Earth to become the ultimate swordsman. Swordsman is available on Quest, Rift, PSVR, PSVR 2, and Viveport. The Quest 3 giveaway is going to be done through Gleam, and I'll leave a link in the description and pinned comment for you to get your chance to win. Stay tuned for more videos because I'm going to tell you all the ways you can win Quest 3s.
Well done, dude. Well done. That was pretty awesome, man. Way to go. Way to go, man. And go check out Assassin32's channel. It's really cool if you want to link it, Assassin, if you want to link it in chat, or Todd, one of you guys. And hello, Mickey Burr. What is going on, dude? Dropping a key to Carnage Chronicles and Steam key in chat if you want to grab that. That was pretty cool. And Andy, Obscure Nerd, is here. I don't know if I said hi. And Rudy is here. What is going on, everybody? What's up, Andy? How you doing, man?
Rudy.
So yeah. Oh, you know who else stopped in while we were talking in there, Todd? And
And
that
you
would
just
be
ignored him.
that would be Orland Hooper. Orland Hooper's jacked, yo. Oh, you're way low on your.
Are they low?
Orland Hooper's jacked, yo. That's
A
still
bit.
low.
Is it
Way
still
low.
low?
How dare you turn?
I had to
Orland-
adjust some things. for
How
TikTok.
dare you put baby in a? Nobody puts baby in a corner. Get Orland Hooper's volume way up, bro. It's terrible. How dare you? You know who else likes to put Orland Hooper in a corner?
I'm busy.
D, give me a yes. She does.
Yeah, she does.
I saw that you guys had Almir on, I guess, your last show. I didn't see the show, but
It was a couple shows ago. Yeah.
okay, I'd met him. Here's a fucking funny story about that, Almir. So I'd met him at the I'd met him at GDC, and we totally hung out because honestly, he's been like literally out of all the VR devs that I've met, like him and Alex have been more helpful than like anybody else in terms of like just like sharing of information, strategy,
He's such a good
everything,
guy. Yeah.
everything else. But when Alvo first released on Quest, him and Alex jumped in with me, and we were playing, and I think I may have like introduced him. I was like, you guys don't know this, but we got a bunch of developers in here. I'm the developer of Alvo. We got the developers of Swordsman here, and somebody's like, Swordsman, didn't you guys make Warzone? And
Oh no!
And the
Was
person-
he brought up Warzone?
yeah, they brought up Warzone, and the person's like, the player was like, that game sucked. Almir's like, you know what? Fuck you. It was so funny. It was so
That's awesome.
yes, it was so
Oh my god! If you guys don't know, if anybody doesn't know, Warzone was an early PlayStation VR 1 game, and it was launched right around the time that the Call of Duty Warzone was launched. So a lot of people went and bought Warzone, which was Sin Studios' first game, thinking it was Call of Duty Warzone.
Oh,
Which it was not.
So people were not extremely happy about that title when they got it. So man, that is super funny, and I love Almir for going fuck you.
Yeah,
That's
right.
awesome. Almir is a good dude, and you're right, Steve. I mean, that's not just you. I mean, they're really like that with a lot of other games too. I mean, they really want to help. They've been in PlayStation VR 1, same as you, man. They're OGs PlayStation VR 1 people that have been there for a long time, and they really have a good handle on a lot of stuff with Swordsman. So and PlayStation VR 1. So yeah, they're all good dudes, man. All good dudes.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you. Thanks Assassin32 for making that video. It was super cool. We appreciate it, and you did an awesome job. I think it was really it was well done.
Yeah, it was very well done.
Yeah,
super cool.
And I love how he did say Chinatown D.
I know, right? Yeah,
yeah, he did. He
I saw
did
the
say
first time, I was
Chinatown
like,
D, which
"Oh,
I love.
I wonder
dude.
if D's gonna see that.
I love Chinatown.
Of course.
I love
Yeah.
it. Before there was DEE, and before there was Pinball Arena, and before
Yeah.
there was Cheeto
Chi-Town
Wendy.
Your eyes crossed and saw Chinatown. when it was
Chinatown D.
Chi-Town.
All right, guys,
I'm-
let's talk one more positive topic before I completely shit all over everything else for the rest of the show.
No.
And let's talk Gazzlers, because that was another game that launched today. Was Gazzlers. Todd, you got a chance to get in there and play. I played a little bit. It launched today on Meta and Steam and maybe Pico. It did not launch yet on PlayStation VR 2, but it's going to
Right.
soon. But Gazzlers on Meta. Go ahead, Todd. You go first, and I'll give you my impression.
I thought it was good. It's a lot harder than I anticipated. I was dodging and jumping around trying to avoid things. It's a rail shooter, so you're on this little tractor thing on a train track, and a bunch of pigs are chasing you, and you're trying to shoot them.
Isn't that always the way when you have pigs chasing you? I mean,
Right?
really,
Those goddamn pigs.
who doesn't have pigs chasing you?
But I enjoyed it. The music I wasn't a big fan of, but I'm never. That's like my one kryptonite is music in games. Like if it doesn't hit perfectly, I hate it. So the game itself, I liked.
It's pretty good, man. I like it a lot. This is a game that I've been playing. I played the last 2 years of demo on Steam's Next Fest. Like this has taken forever to come out. They've done a good job of taking their
Flushing it up.
making sure everything was right. I mean, I wish I would have seen it I would like to seen it a year ago. But hey, if it takes that much time, it takes that much time. They put the right game out there that's good, and they did.
How many
It's
times
very
do we
cool.
say that though, right? Like, don't put out a game that's broken and patch it. Just wait and release a game that's not broken.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
this
glad
one
they did.
seems like it was like forever though.
It was
Yeah,
a
I
long
mean,
time. Yeah.
this is a long. I'm like I played it last year in Next Fest, and I'm like, well, this game's ready to go. I mean, I'm going to see it any month now. And then a whole year went by, and I'm playing it again in this spring's Next Fest, and I'm like, holy crap, man! Like, when's this thing going to launch? Because I thought it was really good, but now we finally see it. I'm looking forward to seeing it on the PlayStation VR 2 as well. But on Meta and Steam, it plays really good. If you are into shooters, there is progression. You're going to die in this game. You have to level yourself up. There's stuff in game that you can get, different weapons. There's a ton of different enemies, different levels.
Every wave you go through, you get a weapon upgrade, so you can upgrade the hilt or the gun or the ammo or whatever. There's tons of them.
It's pretty good, man. I think you would like this game. You should definitely check Gazzlers out.
Yeah.
I think it's really well done. It's hard, like Todd said. It's hard. It's not easy. This is one of those games that you're going to die in a lot. You have a shield on one hand that you can kind of use, but it does lose it loses its power. So after a while, it has to.
If you hold the
regenerate.
button down too long, it kind of overheats and then stops working. Yeah.
Oh.
So, Steve, ever heard of Gazzlers? Have you heard of this game?
Yes, I have. Let's see. I had a couple of. They gave me a copy of it a while back. I think I played it on. I can't remember if it was Steam or the Quest beta, but yeah, it's real cool, colorful. And I thought it was fun. I admittedly did not dive that deep into it, but I like what I saw from the beginning of it. And I know the dev actually reached out to me just like yesterday and offered me another key. And I'm sorry I didn't respond to him, but there's like 10 million people.
Yeah, right.
Everything else, but yeah.
You're a little busy, right?
Yeah. But I know. I guess they were supposed to release on PlayStation VR 2 yesterday, but it got pushed back. I'm sure they'll get out there, but I wish them success, of course.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, I know they wanted to be ready for it, but it happens when you're not. I mean, sometimes those things happen, and I'm glad they weren't. If they're not ready, they're not ready. Don't launch it, and just wait.
Yeah.
People will wait, and then you do another push when it comes out. That's all you got to do. So, but I'm impressed with it. I think it's really good. I think it's definitely a game that you should go buy. If you're looking at 2 games today, you should go buy. Go get Alvo on PlayStation VR 2. Go get Gazzlers. I think it's really good because everything else I've seen today is pretty much dog shit.
Pretty much. Let's watch the trailer here before we get into the
Yeah.
dog shit.
Yeah, let's go.
What a lovely day, this giant heap of sand. Wasted. Here you go, fresh upgrade. What's happening? Pilgrim, no! Don't worry about it. I got your scrap right here. I think you're in need of an upgrade. Wanna go again? That's what I'm talking about. Ooh. Insane! What in the... You know what to do.
Not as good as the Alvo trailer, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's
What
very
is
good. It's a cool
what
game.
is a Gazzler?
I'm
That's a
guessing
good
it's the pig.
You think it is? I don't know. You thought it was. I thought maybe you were the Gazzler. I don't know. Who knows?
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
It's like a little blob. It reminds me of like when you used to have those little finger puppets that you would put on your hand that were
Oh
made,
yeah, yeah.
Like
Little
made-
floppy legs and stuff.
yeah, exactly. It reminds me of that.
Yeah.
There's something about a good game, like the cell shading with the
It looks
art in
awesome.
these games.
I like that art
It's very
style,
much
yeah.
like
Love
it does have a Borderlands kind of look to it.
Big
Yeah.
time
Maybe a little more
Borderlands,
cartoony even than Borderlands, but
Right.
it does have that cell shaded kind of cool look to it. I think it looks awesome.
I
It
love
plays great. It looks awesome. This is one of those games if you like Mother Gunship Forge or
Sold.
something that's like a it's a wave shooter, right? You're trying to get from one wave to the other. You're really not moving because you're on like a train car. So you're really not moving in your space. So if
But
you're
it's
one
like a
of those
pistol
people,
whip game where you can still duck and dodge, and you're trying to avoid bullets, and because they're
yeah. You said that there
relentless
was
shooting
people
at
out
you.
there that said they were playing it like for
Yeah.
exercise and
I
shit.
saw it on
I'm
Twitter
like,
today. People were using it for
I don't
cardio.
see that, but I mean,
Damn.
whatever. Okay.
Nice.
I mean, I guess if you're that, I don't know.
Exercise is exercise.
If you're most of your exercise is you getting up off your couch to go to your refrigerator get another piece of chicken, then yeah, that's probably good exercise for you.
Have you guys done much of that? It's like Lay's Mills Body Combat.
Oh, Body Con, that's freaking awesome, dude. I
Dude,
love it. This is
yeah.
from the same publisher.
Same
wow.
guys. Yeah.
Yeah, actually,
know
it's weird that you say that because Odders is the name of the publisher, Odders. They actually publish Gazzlers and they publish Les Mills Body Combat.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dude, that thing is like an
That thing
incredible
kicks my ass.
workout, dude. It's an incredible workout. It's fun.
I was so dumb one time. I'm like, I'm gonna do a video of.
I remember
of
stamping this. I was just gonna bring that up.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a video of Supernatural and Les Mills Body Combat, and I'm gonna do them
Yeah.
back to back. To show like which workout is the best, and I did them back to back. So I'm recording it, and I go and I do Supernatural. We'll do that for like a half an hour, and I'm like exhausted, and I'm like, okay, now I'll just jump into Les Mills. My first time in there. And literally, I'm in there, and it's like, okay, only 100 more punches, and I'm like, what? No,
That's because you put it at that high level, man.
do 100 more punches. I'm like, I don't have it in me. I'm like, I just want to get off the couch and go get another piece of chicken at this point. I'm like, I can't do it. But yeah, I mean, you're right, Steve. That game will kick your ass. I mean, that's one. I think it's more of a workout than Supernatural.
I haven't tried Les Mills. I did a lot of Supernatural.
I like the boxing in
The boxing, and you do like knee lifts too, and like uppercuts, and
More
like,
of a workout
hammer
than VR
punches,
workout?
and- I haven't been in Les Mills for a while. What I like about VR workout is it's like because you can even run
No
in VR
controllers.
workout, and
I
there's
like
no
that.
controllers. You can run, and you know what? You start running in place in VR. It's pretty cool, and it freaking to me that's one of the biggest workouts.
Exhausting.
You can do jumping jacks in that thing.
Push ups, sit ups, burpees.
Yeah, to me, there's more stuff to do in VR workout, but I don't know. I have really if you're into like the boxing thing and you want to have like a live coach, not a live coach, but if you want a coach that's in there with you,
I'm
like
gonna have to try it. I'll try it
like
this weekend.
like a pre-recorded real person that comes in there and like coaches you up. That's what that's kind of like what Les Mills is.
Yeah, and I think that's super cool. Like having that person that does that, and yeah, like the moves in there, like how you like grab like the triangle like out of the sky and you bring it down, and it
Knee it.
tells you,
Yeah.
like knee, hit it with your knee. Obviously, it's not tracking your knee, but it's just saying, okay, that's what you're doing, and where you're going to cheat, and it's real cool.
Yeah, it's super good. It's
Cool.
super good. And Gazzlers is great, guys. So, I mean, that's another good one. So, if you're looking for another game on Quest, or I think you can get it on Pico and Steam, right? You can get it on Steam, Pico, and Quest right now.
Right.
PlayStation VR 2 at some point coming up. You can grab Gazzler. So, go check it out. I think it was really good. All right, Todd. Do we have anything else? Did you ever grab that video that I asked for from Joyway? Or
No.
Stride? Okay. I just want to mention Stride Fates. They did a cool little update. So they're not an update, but they did a press release this week. I just want to mention Stride Fates is coming. This is the Stride I think that we've all been wanting, like that we've all been like, where is this? Where is Mirror's Edge? And that is going to be Stride Fates. And they did announce that it's coming very soon. So I think they had a trailer with it. I wanted to show a little bit of it, but we'll catch it maybe next week, and we'll talk about it a little bit more. But keep your eyes thinking about, or your minds thinking about Stride Fates, because this is a game that I'm looking forward to, because the Stride that we have now is not my favorite version of what it can be. Like the elements of what I want are there, but the story and the actual gameplay part of it are not there yet. And I think Stride Fates is going to be. It's going to be what I've wanted. So coming soon, Stride Fates, and maybe we'll talk a little bit about more and show that trailer next week. Okay, Todd, all the happiness is over.
Is he here? I don't
We
see him in chat.
got a Grey Wolf sighting? I haven't seen
I
him.
don't
Or
think
just
so. I
one-
think
No,
he
I hit
just
the wrong
hit
button.
Oh, okay.
Damn it.
It's a little bit louder, but it's still pretty low.
That's as loud as I can get it at this. It's because I'm doing the TikTok stream from the same machine today, and if I configure it differently, then TikTok's audio is lagged. So I got to do that
right. That's
differently next time.
I just want to say hey to, I guess, a couple of people that are in your chat here. Peter Martlew, God bless
Hey,
you.
what's up, Peter? How you doing,
Peter's
man?
awesome. Peter's awesome. Of course,
I
VR
miss
Gamer
Peter.
Girl. I know she's, I guess, part of y'all's crew, but she's also all over Alvo.
She kicks ass.
Puddles. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Hi, Pete.
Cool.
Time to play PC. Time to play VR. It says Q2C. I can't get on. I don't know what that means. Can't get on what?
I can't get on what?
Better not be Alvo.
What are you trying to get on?
That fucker's working.
You know who loves it when you get on?
My mom.
Yeah, she does.
Is that you actually saying it, or is the recording?
No, I just mouthed
No, she mouthed it.
Now nobody can tell. Yeah,
That's part of the mystique.
I love it. It's too good. All right, guys. I've got some issues, and I'm going to start with this PlayStation VR 2 state of play today. So,
Eric,
Yeah.
I just, I'm going to hijack your chat here.
Yeah,
let me
kick
talk
ass,
real
do
quick. I'm kidding. I'm going to jump off. I see Jay Bahar.
J Bar.
Jay Bar. Okay. I see him playing, and I'm gonna see if I can somehow.
Go
sneak
jump in there
here
and
with
get
him.
in with him, man. You should do that. Yeah, 100%, dude.
So thanks
Yeah,
for
that'd be
having
super
me.
cool.
And I
Dude,
will.
you're welcome here anytime. Come in and hang out and say hi anytime.
Well, thank you.
Definitely.
All right. Take care.
Talk to you
guys.
soon,
Hey,
dude.
man.
Later.
All right, I know why he got out of here.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to hear it, and that's
He doesn't. He doesn't want to be involved with me because, look, he's got to. He's on PlayStation. That's his home. You know what I mean? And both his both games. Both systems he's been on originally. There's no way that he wants to be on here with me, and I'm going to talk about this garbage state of play that PlayStation VR or Sony put on today. I'm sorry, not PlayStation VR. Sony put on today, because number one, I'm not just pissed because there's this bullshit VR in here, and they're like, oh, there's going to be VR in here. Number one, I'm not just pissed about that. I'd be pissed if I'm a flat gamer. If I'm a flat gamer and you're like, I'm looking forward to this state of play, because Sony's like, oh, I got a state of play. Like, this is the most ridiculous state of play. If it never happened, nobody would ever know any better. You wouldn't need to. This is the most garbage state of play I've ever seen. I'm sitting through this thing with a couple of people. We're watching it live. Wes and Brian Paul did a nice job, did it live, and I don't know. I get it. You got to, if you see a couple things of, VR, you're like, I want to keep my expectations low, and, then I'm happy. Well, I'm over keeping expectations low. Why are we keeping our expectations low? We are about to go into the holiday season of the first year of the launch of the PlayStation VR 2, and we get a state of play in September that has 2 games in it 2 games, PlayStation VR 2 games that we've already known about. We learned nothing new. Ghostbusters Rise of the Ghost Lord has been announced for PlayStation. We've all known about it for a while. Resident Evil 4 VR mode we've known about for fucking months. Why are you puking out the same garbage in your state of play? Like you're gonna like tell us all, like we should all be riveted over this garbage state of play. You're gonna be kidding me, Sony. I don't understand how a big company comes out and completely shits the bed every time with these state of plays. They should be ashamed of themselves. It's not just the lack of VR and any VR actual news here. There's no news here. It's a lack of it's a lack of flat gaming too. Like if I'm a flat PlayStation 5 player and I'm watching this state of play, there's nothing here besides maybe Helldivers where I was like, okay, not bad.
Helldivers was on the last state of play.
It's garbage. You gave me more Spider-Man. Why are you giving me more Spider-Man? Do you know how long they played in that last state of play, the Spider-Man trailer? It was a 20-minute trailer. 20-minute trailer. You're going to show me it again in a new state of play? Are you fucking kidding me? You're going to give me more. You're going to finish this up again with Final Fantasy. That's how you finish your state of play, with Final Fantasy again. You did a state of play, or you did a showcase of just Final Fantasy like a month ago. Why are you giving me more Final Fantasy? I already know it's coming. I've seen so much of it now. What are you showing me? Okay, you showed me Ghost Runner 2. I'm excited for that. Okay, I want to see Ghost Runner 2. They start out. This is how they start out. This is how you start out your freaking state of play with this game called Baby Steps. Oh my God, did you see this? I'm like, what in the hell am I watching? Who let this thing on there? Who in Sony said, look, I have the perfect show opener for our state of play. Baby Steps. Baby Steps. I was like, if they're trying to get people to turn off the state of play, this is how I would do it. Yeah. This is how I would do it. If you want everybody to be out of it, that's the way to do it. Otherwise, I'm like, what is this? This is like garbage. It's not, I didn't even know what the hell I was watching. I'm like, what am I watching? What is this? This is garbage. Okay, and then they show us Ghostbusters Rise of Ghost Lord.
Well, no, before that, they showed Roblox. And Roblox that they showed was only for PlayStation VR
4.
Or PlayStation 4. So no VR 2, no VR support.
It's no PlayStation 5.
Game. Yeah.
They're showing PlayStation 4 games, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
This is what Sony is doing now. Let me show you a PlayStation 4 game that I'm not releasing on PlayStation 5. And then let me show you Baby Steps. And then I'm going to show you 2 VR games that you've known about for 6 months. Now, granted, they look fantastic. Rise of the Ghost Lord looks great. The trailer looked great. I'm excited for it. One of the things I said, I thought, man, this game looks really good. I'm really excited for this game now. Resident Evil 4 is freaking great, man. I can't wait for Resident Evil 4. But I've already known about it. What are you showing me? You just want to tease me again? Okay, great. Like, and then people were like, well, now we know it's coming. I knew it was coming before. They didn't say the date. They said winter. They didn't even say the year. They just said winter. Winter could mean 2024. It's not like they even said, okay, coming end of year 2023 or, quarter 4 2023. They said winter.
Yeah.
Winter starts in December and goes until freaking what?
February? June if you're in Canada.
Yeah, right. Jesus Christ. It could be 2025 by the time that comes. Holy crap, man.
Is it safe?
No, I'm not done, D. I'm so upset. I was talking to these guys. I'm watching it with a few people from Impact, and I'm like, I'm going to lose my shit tonight. I am going to completely lose my shit tonight, and I haven't for a long time. But God, they give you nothing here. Then you're going to come out and you're going to give me this Deep Earth collection that look like shit. Helldivers look pretty cool. You're giving me more Spider-Man. And I'm like, okay, I need to see Spider-Man again.
I don't even need to play Spider-Man. I've seen so much of that game.
I don't
need to play it anymore.
They played a 20-minute trailer that was all gameplay. Like the whole section of the game was in there. I'm like, I don't want to see it anymore. Like, if you want to turn me off on games, that's what you do. They gave me this Tales of Arise Beyond the Dawn. Man, it looked like garbage to me. I was like, didn't want any part of it. Honkai Star Rail. I didn't even see that. Foam Stars. Yeah, I thought they were going to end on Foam Stars. Foam Stars.
I thought they would have cut Foam Stars.
Foam Stars. This is where we're going. Foam Stars.
Yeah. It's Splatoon with foam. Like, come on.
Dude. Where are the big titles, man? Where is everything? Where is the excitement?
I got a question for you.
Please.
There's clearly no content coming. So does that mean that Sony adjusts their calendar because they always do a state of play at this time of year and skip it? Or do you think they're forced to just showing us crap because they have to put in a state of play?
Oh my God. I don't know. That's a good question. That's an excellent question. That
would they get more flack by not having a state of play at all? And
I mean, I think they control when they
pissed off and like, oh my God.
I think they control when they put their state of plays out. They don't have to, right? There's no set time like, oh, there has to be a state of play at this such and such time.
But they make a lot of money off these state of plays, so it could be part of the, their timeline for the year that this is happening.
But I'm just like, skip it.
Content.
Yeah, I'm just like, skip it at this point. Like, I just skip it. You don't need it. Like, if they didn't do this state of play, would anybody be like, man, I wish they would have done that state of play and showed me more baby steps.
I've compared the state of play today. Like, I watched it after it aired so I could fast forward through it.
I wish I did.
Yeah. But I would say that the state of play is on par with Apple's iPhone 15 launch. It is an absolute piece of garbage. If you are an iPhone user, there is zero reason to upgrade. If you are a Sony player, loves playing Sony games, there are no games for you to purchase.
It's scary, dude. And now this was
just a bunch of crap. I was
not
happy all day.
They said there was going to be no first party stuff, but I'm pretty sure Spider-Man 2 is a first party game.
I think so.
But they said this was mainly going to be indie and third party, which I'm fine with. Okay. But at least show me good indie games. At least show me baby steps. That looked like my daughter made that game. And I just insulted my daughter because it was that bad. Like, she'd be like, Dad, I can do better than that.
Yeah,
I'm like, what am I even watching here? I don't understand what I'm watching. There's some dude in his pajamas who's walking like he's a robot. I don't understand what I'm watching. What is this? This is how you start your state of play.
I mean, at least started
with Helldivers. Helldivers was a cool video,
man.
That's
a cool trailer.
It was weird, like, it was weird banter. Did you listen to the banter between? It was like the devs playing with each other, and they were trying to like talk back and forth.
Is that what that was? I thought it was just weird feedback on the.
It was so scripted, and it was like weird, but the gameplay looked awesome. Freaking, it looks to that game looks to me looks like Starship Troopers. It was like I would want a Starship Troopers game to look like that.
There's a whole book series based on Helldivers. Yeah, I'm excited for that one.
Ghost Runner 2, I mean, it looks great. I mean, I want to play Ghost Runner 2. And and again, the other ones, the Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, I thought the game looked really cool. I really had for a split second, I should have known better because fucking Sony doesn't want to support anything. I should have known better it wasn't going to be a VR2 game, but I really thought the way I was looking at it, I'm like, man, please have placed like VR2 at the end of the trailer or something.
Even a mode would be cool.
Because Avatar Frontiers of Pandora looks amazing. I hope it comes to PC also, because that's the only way we're going to get it in VR probably, because then we can mod it. And we can get it modded and play it, because it looks like it should be played as a VR game. If you kind of watch the trailer, the way it's done in first person and they showed the hands a lot, I'm like, wow, there's a chance that they could say this is going to be VR. And no, they didn't. It was so bad. But yeah, Drippy the Wandering Gamecast says, I hope it's Unreal. I do too. I hope it's Unreal, because then we can get the injector in there. What's up, D?
No, I was just going to tell you, just a little side note. There is actually a Starship Troopers game on Steam flat.
Oh, is it any good? I haven't played. Is it like,
I don't know.
I'll have to look.
I'm going to have to check that out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fan. I know. It's a
good movie.
Mark Smith says, I thought Avatar was
movie.
looking a bit VR in some of the footage. I did too, man. I really was like, I was hopeful for a second. I should have realized I should have known better, but yeah.
Damn you for getting your hopes up, Mash.
I know, right? Look, I know that I'm shitting on Sony, and I know there's a lot of people out there that love Sony, and I do too. I want Sony to be better. Like, to me, and a lot of people in some of the chats were like, I thought this was fine because I had low expectations and I got what I wanted. I got what I thought I was going to get. Like, to me, though, why are we lowering our expectations? That's the scary part. Like, if I have to lower my expectations to the point that you're giving me nothing that I know that's new for me, and the only VR you show is something I've known about for 6 months, that in itself is a problem. Like, if this is Sony we're talking about here. This isn't some podunk company that has no money. This is Sony. Like, Sony has nothing coming that I see right here that I'm, like, super excited about. Like, where is the big stuff? Like, where is all the big games? Where is, like, and again, I know this wasn't gonna be any first party stuff, but Jesus, I mean, you have a state of play here, and, this is the best you can come up with. Like, I don't get it. Um, eh, I don't know. This is just disappointing to me, guys. I don't know. I don't
I'm
wanna
more
lower my
excited
expectations.
for what Dia just tagged there. Starship Troopers Extermination is a first-person shooter game on Steam that's co-op. It looks really good.
What's
And
the,
it is
what's the
on
rating on
sale.
it?
It's on sale right now, 20% off for like $23.99.
Nice.
Off of
What's
30.
the what do we got? What do we got for like
Very
ratings on it? I think
positive.
All very
Nice,
positive.
very
20,000
positive.
reviews.
How old? When did it come out?
May 17th
This year?
this year.
Yeah,
Oh shit, yeah, I'm getting into that.
early access. It's
it
brand new,
multiplayer?
20,000 reviews.
Yeah, co-op, online
Looks good.
co-op.
I just linked it in chat.
Ooh. What engine's that built in? I'll say Unreal.
Yeah, right. I don't think it.
That
Uh,
looks cool, man. I want to do it.
I don't know.
I don't know. It doesn't say. Doesn't say anywhere that I can see it anyway. But it looks good. Anyway, state of play, garbage.
Oh
Starship Troopers,
man, I just
cool.
don't know what to say, man, anymore. I'm like, I just
State
keep
of play,
shaking my
Starship
shaking
Troopers.
my head with Sony. Like, I just want them to come out and like kick ass. Like, I want them to kick ass. Like, I've been defending Sony forever. Like, I love my PlayStation VR 2. I played it all the time. I'm hooked on Crossfire Sierra Squad right now. It's one of the best games I've played. I'm in love with it. Like, it's really, really good.
When
But
are we
then
playing?
yes, I know we should be. I'll play. I got meetings till. I'll play tomorrow. I have definitely time tomorrow, and then I have the weekend that I'm going to.
Stream Saturday?
Yes, I'm streaming Saturday night. Definitely,
Dude.
You gonna be in with me?
Drippy
maybe.
the Wandering Game Cat says, I want a strictly VR state of play.
Hell yeah,
that would be fucking awesome.
Show
Especially
us your
before
support,
Christmas.
Sony. You're like, come on.
Yeah.
You got all these people out here that went and bought your headset, and you got all these other people that you maybe want to buy your headset. Show us some support and give us something that we can all freaking cheer about. Don't give me games in a state of play that we've already known about. You gave us nothing. Like,
Didn't they say ahead of time though that it was really wasn't going to be anything new? That it was stuff that they've already visited.
Is that what they said?
I never
That's
saw
what
any
they
of that.
say. Why would you put a
Maybe.
state of play out? Like, to me, did
Updates
they say just
on
about
stuff. Like I could have swore there was something about like updates.
To me, there
for
was no updates here,
announced
though.
games.
Like, they didn't give any dates. Like, either title, they gave no dates.
Didn't they give Didn't they open pre-order or whatever for Ghostbusters?
Does it say a date though? Maybe they gave a date. I know they
No.
definitely did not for Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4, they said winter. That was the best we got. Like, I don't even know what that means. But pre-orders are open for Ghostbusters. Great. I mean, that's fantastic. But God, Ghostbusters has been coming for 6 months.
Yeah, that could have been a tweet.
4
but it
months
really
ago,
needed to
they
be a
ran
state
the
of play
trailer
that.
for Ghostbusters PlayStation VR 2, or they ran the announcement for it.
And I
4 months
think
ago.
I forgot who it was on GT's stream that said it was like 45 pounds for Ghostbusters. I don't know what that is.
I'm
That's
logging into
like
my Sony account
60
right now.
bucks, right? 45 pounds is it's over 50.
No,
$50.
no, thank you. Then
Yeah,
no,
that's a lot of money.
Mm-mm.
For Ghostbusters,
That's
that's a lot of money.
gonna
How
be a
did
stale
you
game.
watch GT stream today? I did not.
Parts of it.
Was he happy with the state of play?
Yeah,
am I the only
he
one
wasn't
coming out of here?
ranting.
Am I the only one coming out of here going, what in the other F is going on? Like, is it just
What am I,
me?
chopped liver?
Oh, did you say? Yeah, you said that too, right? Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is it? Is it me and Todd the only ones that are like pissed off about this?
I don't know.
Like,
I did see some people in chat saying that we're speaking for the masses, so I think a lot of people have had the same sort of.
I watched Wes and Brian Paul, and look, I get it's a PlayStation VR 2 channel. and they've got to kind of like be toe the line. Like, okay, we got what we wanted, but if you're telling me right now, honestly, that you think the announcement of Ghostbusters: Rise of Ghost Lord and Resident Evil 4, and you're saying you're happy with that, I can't be happy with that. I'm not happy with that. I want to see
But
something. Give me something. You don't need to give me those 2 titles again. I mean, you could do those you could have done those in the blog. Whatever you were updated here, you could have put in the PlayStation blog. You don't need a state of play to tell me again that Resident Evil 4 is coming or the Ghostbusters: Rise of the Ghost Lord is coming. You could have done both of those in the blog. Give me one new announcement today. That's all I would have needed.
There's
Are-
no Ghostbusters pre-order on their website. Spider-Man is, but not Ghostbusters.
But they gave the prices though. Okay.
Ah.
But seriously, with all these, showcases and states of play and
Oh,
whatnot,
they're all garbage.
right. So why
Because I
are
expect
people
more
so
from Sony. So it's Sony. You know what I mean? I get look, if we see a crappy state of play by Upload, I'm like, okay, and it's Upload.
well?
You know
That's
what I mean?
Upload. They freaking
Yeah.
what the back game of the year.
But this
They-
is Sony, man. Like, I mean, like I expect more from
They
Sony.
are at a higher bar of expectation. So
And then,
Right.
and then, how do you as Sony lead out with this baby steps game? Like, number one, it shouldn't even be in a state of play. But if I'm gonna put it in there, hide it in the middle somewhere. No, you put it at the first thing that people see. All these people are tuning in. All these people are on the edge of their seat, tuning in, and they see baby steps. And I'm like, watching it, and I'm like seeing this guy, and he's walking, he falls over and rolls off the hill, and I'm like, he looks like a freaking hobo. He's in a pair of footy pajamas, like one-piece footy pajamas. I'm like, what in the utter hell am I watching right now?
I'm gonna have to go back and watch that part. I saw a few seconds of it, and I just skipped.
I was
so.
literally ready to
I'm gonna
turn it
go
off
watch
at
that
that
one.
point. And I'm like, what? I'm like, is this the right thing? We want. I mean, I don't know. Look, I just don't know. Baby steps.
Emotional damage.
There was a lot of emotional damage. You know what was more emotionally damaging than that? And that is, I'm going to finish tonight on maybe the worst game I have ever played.
Ever in the world of VR, worse than What the Bat.
I'm going to say this is far worse than What the Bat.
Yeah, it's
And this is What the Slap.
Oh,
What the Slap.
sh-
Slap Fight Championship.
so bad it's good.
No,
No.
it's not. GT is out of his goddamn mind, okay? So what happened was this. I saw this video or this thing come up from GT, and he's like, and his title was, "This game is so bad it's good." And I watched some of his video, and I'm like, you know what? I think I got a key from these people. And I looked into my email, and I did. It was some company I've never heard of. I didn't ask for it. They just threw me a key.
I'm gonna have to check my email. I bet you I got one.
Yeah, you probably got one in there. It was I just happened to think, oh my god, did I see some key for 5 for that for it? So I went and looked. I had a key for Slap Fight VR. I'm watching GT play this thing, and I'm like, this can't be the whole game. I got to go check this thing out. So I get in, and now this game is only $5.99, mind you. Okay, this game they should pay you $5.99 to play this dog shit because it is the worst game I've ever seen. I don't even know how it makes it on the App Lab. Like, to me, there's got to be some level of curation here to where you go, look, guys, I can't put this thing on the like who is in charge of the Meta store that says, yeah, this game should be only on there, $5.99, put it on there. Like, this is a game that should be on Viveport Infinity or Viveport or Steam. You know what I mean? Where Steam, where it only costs you for $100, you can get your game on Steam. There's no curation process at all. For a $100 application fee, you can get your game on Steam. You got to be a little more representative here if you're Meta. How are you letting this game on your store? This is basically you standing in front of another person, slapping them as hard as you freaking can, and that's it. That's all the game is, and you just go from person to person, and you once you knock somebody out, you unlock another one.
You know that this is a actual sport, right?
Oh no, yeah, I know this is, which is in itself it's
And I
kind
use
of
sport
dumb.
very loosely.
Yeah, in itself is dumb. I get, but good. I maybe could get the sport a little bit or whatever you're doing if you want to watch something like that, I guess. But look, This is just stupid. It's terrible. Number one, it's the worst graphic game I've ever seen. Everything is terrible. There's no audio in the game. Now, unless my version was bugged out in some way, there's no audio. The only audio in the game is the actual sound of the slap. There's no audio. Like there's people around you standing around your house, and you look like you're like trailer park trash people hanging around you, and they're like, cheering you on. There's no audio from them at all. So literally, there's no music. There's no ambient sound.
All you hear is the.
All you hear is when you slap. So when you're not slapping,
and what happens when you knock somebody out? Tell them that.
Oh yeah. So when you knock somebody down, and I don't know what this was all about. I don't know if it's in the game or it was thing. The little jingle you hear for like the Microsoft Windows where it goes. You hear that every time you knock somebody out. I'm like, what? I keep hearing it in my headset.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is this?
I kind of want to play this.
No, you don't. Any
do.
part of it.
What is this on again?
It's on Quest. It's on
Quest
$5.
App Lab for $5.99. You won't be able to get it, like, unburn it from your eyeballs if you play this fucking garbage. Like, no audio. How do you not have audio? And here's the other thing too. So you get to slap the dude, right? So you get to slap your opponent as hard as you can. And I can see freaking people flinging their shit everywhere and punching TVs. And because the harder you slap, the harder you slap with your actual controller in your arm, the more you have a chance to knock them out. Now they get a chance to slap you back.
Yeah.
Now, when they slap you back, your entire head shakes like crazy. Have you ever had something like that shake with your head not moving? Your physical head not moving, but everything else shakes?
He was doing this just before the show. He almost threw up.
It's vomit inducing. I don't get sick in VR, and then I was like, I feel it. I'm like, I don't think I would have got sick, but I'm like, if you do have any motion sickness at all, this will make you chuck. This will make you chuck. Because when you do, what happens is when you do this with the screen, when your head is not really moving, it fucks with you really, really bad. Like I don't know who put this in here and was like, this is a good idea. And let's make sure we put this is another thing. Meta is always afraid about getting people sick in VR.
Oh my God.
This is going to get people sick in VR. I mean, this is like Mission ISS, but worse.
So people in chat are asking if it's PvP, and no, it is not. It's single player only. You only slap bots.
Look, if it was PvP, I might give
Does it have eye
Oh,
tracking?
dude. We'd be in there after the show, dude. Oh my God.
If it was PvP, I would want the developers in there so I could smack the fucking shit out of them for making this crap.
It does have a 2-star rating on the App Lab Store.
2-star rating, man. I'm like, who put this thing out here?
They want their 2 stars.
That's
oh
right.
my God, dude. Look, come on, man. You got to be a little bit better than this. Like, look, there could have been.
I'm sure clearly like a high school kid who put this game out and hoping to make a couple bucks, and he's probably gonna make for him a fortune.
Look, I'm sure that there are people out there that watch this stuff. Like, there's probably people out there that watch the slap championship, whatever.
For sure.
Okay,
it's like a huge sport now. There's millions of people that watch it.
And maybe you could have made some type of a cool game out of this. I don't know. It seems weird to me, but maybe. You know what I mean? But this is terrible. This is not even like there's no audio. Like, unless you're smacking somebody, you go minutes without hearing a sound. There's no ambient noise. There's no music. There's nothing. There's no like clock that buzzes. There's an
Mark
options
Smith in
bar.
chat is asking, do you get penalized for flinching or turning your head? Mark, you're giving this game way too much credit.
That would be cool if it did that, though.
It doesn't do any of that either.
Oh, you put it on PlayStation where you get the haptics.
And haptics, and then
you get eye tracking. So where if you do like blink your eyes, then you do get penalized. That would be somewhat.
That would be cool.
This is garbage.
Somewhat of a redemption.
Cooler, yeah, exactly. Let's be careful how we phrase that.
Garbage. This is what
I love the number one review on the Quest store says, too much money, very little content, janky mechanics, completely silent, not entertaining, and the story mode doesn't finish.
Okay, thank God. I really did think it was a bug for me. I thought it was a bug. Thankfully, somebody else said no sound, because when you get into a game and there's zero sound except for the one thing that's in there, which is the slap, you're like, something's got to be wrong here. There's people all over cheering me on, and I'm like,
Yeah, you see people going, cheering you on, but they don't make any noise.
There's no noise. I'm like, what the hell is this? What's going on here?
Wrong.
Like you have a referee on it. Like I don't even know what the referee is there for. You don't do anything. You're just mad. Like what's the referee there for? If I jump over the table, just start beating the shit out of him, he's gonna stop it.
Like I was just looking at their trailer, and their trailer does have sound.
Then it's broken. Then it's broken. I don't know.
It must be.
I want to tell you here, it's garbage, man.
Vile trash.
Oh God. We have. It's funny because you get games like Alvo and you get games like Gazzlers. Games like some games coming up here that are amazing games, and then you get this stupid what the slap. That's what I'm gonna call it. That's my new name for it. What the slap. Really, literally, I would rather play What the Bat for hours and hours compared to this game. This is how bad this game is.
Mr. Tasselhoff, clip that.
If keep an eye on upload. If they review this game and they give it a good
145.
But if they give it if upload gives this game a good rating, watch out, game of the year.
Game of the year.
What the slap.
Here we go.
Gonna dethrone. It's gonna.
Oh my god.
I still kind of
my
want to
God.
play this.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I love how the basketball game, like there's a mini game of basketball, and he didn't make one single shot in his trailer. Why would you not keep shooting until you made some baskets?
So here's the thing. So you go in. There's the most simplest UI I've ever seen. You go in. There's a wall, and on one wall it says training, and the one wall in front it says fight. And then you click on them to go in there, and then the other wall says options. The only option there is to turn the sound on and off, or you have no slap sound. Okay, because that's
can't
the only
turn the head
sound there
shake off?
is the slap. Huh?
You can't turn the head shake off?
No, there's no options. You hit the options thing, and that the only option is to mute the sound, mute the slap. That's it. Then you go to the training, right?
Sound?
Yeah, I know, right? That's what mute the slap. That's it. Then you hit training and you go into that gymnasium, and there's no way to get out of the training unless you go and complete one of the things. So you can go to the slap
That's
dummy
their
and you
story
can start
mode.
slapping the dummy, but I wanted to get back out of there because I'm like, this is stupid. I want to get out. There's no button to get back out. You have to wait till the timer ends to get out. So I couldn't there was no way. I just sat there for a minute, 24 seconds doing nothing, waiting to get out of the stupid training. So if you start
Work on
shooting
your jump
hoops,
shot.
you can't get out. You're stuck. You gotta wait till the timer ends.
Could have worked on your jump shot, yeah.
Oh my god.
Mickey Burr's dropping keys like crazy in chat. Just want to
Every key you're dropping, Mickey, is 5-star gold keys compared to this garbage.
Paper Beast, Steam Key. It's a great game.
Oh,
Beautiful.
Paper Beast is great.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know. These last two things just have tested me. Let's end on a good note. I love you guys, and we're gonna give 3 keys away in chat to Alvo for Quest, and we'll give them to the comments. So make sure you comment on the video afterwards. And guys, I'm super happy to be in my new home. I'm glad we did this show together. I missed D from last week. I hope everybody D's feeling better. Say hi, D. Thanks for feeling better. We're really glad you're back. And thank you to Todd for wearing his kick-ass Atari shirt and his Vive hat and your creepy eyes.
And we're gonna end on a better note because we're gonna give away a hoodie.
Oh yeah, let's give away a hoodie quickly because I have a meeting in 6 minutes.
All right.
And
So last week,
I'd like to get in some Alvo before I go to bed.
No, get into some what the slap.
yeah.
Give me a
Last week we had
No, I'm on
a hoodie to give away if you commented on the video, and there's 25 people or something like that commented. So we're going to give it away live right now.
Give it away.
Steva says,
give it
"Stop
away,
stealing
give it
his hat,
away
bro."
now.
It's my new favorite hat.
And Time to Play VR says, "Hi D, thanks for feeling better."
What up?
Who's it going to be? Don
Don
Mega.
Mega.
I don't know who Don
Don?
Mega is.
Don Mega. Don
It's
Mega.
Don.
Don,
Don.
hook me up
Don.
on.
Oh, is it
Look me
Don?
up on
Wait,
Discord.
hold. Do you think that's Don? That could be Don from Crewcast.
Don, dude.
Oh, maybe
That could be Don. The
Don.
Don.
the
Don's
Don.
amazing.
Don, Don, Don.
I'm a little pissed that Don has never come here. Like he comes to Crewcast and we talk him all up. Like I created Don. I made Don. I made Don what he is. Well, I'm saying, and he hasn't even come over here and said hi. Bothers me. Bothers me. That's what I'm saying.
But I want to get into Alvo.
Does he deserve the hoodie? I don't think he does. I don't know.
But he's the Don, dude.
He is the Don. He is the Don. Come over here, Don. Come over here and hang out. I do want to say thank you guys for being here and hanging out with tonight. It was a lot of fun. I am upset about a lot of things, but you know what? All these rants are, I do them in fun. But this one did upset me tonight, I have to say. Just because I want to see better. I want to see more out of definitely more than what the slap. And I definitely want to see better out of Sony because I do think we will. So as much as I harp on Sony and I'm like, I'm killing him, I do think we are going to have a great holiday season with Sony.
Yeah.
I am very optimistic about what we are going to be seeing coming from Sony. And I think it's going to be great. I think we have a really good fall coming up. Lots of exciting things. We have a lot to share. I'll be headed to MetaConnect. Todd will be headed to MetaConnect at the end of the month. Hopefully we'll have some cool stuff to share with you then. So if you liked what you see, and if you want to hear more rants, no, I'm just kidding. We'll see. You can check us out, Q2C VR Gamer on YouTube. Check us out in our Discord, Q2C VR Gamer. And where else can they find us, Todd? They can find us everywhere.
Q2C VR Gamer, Instagram, Q2C VR Gamer,
Twitch, Q2C,
Q2C VR Gamer.
YouTube or Facebook? No.
It's still the Q2C VR Gamer address.
Yeah, it's just not that exact name anymore. But you can catch us a lot of places, and if you want to show some support, hit the thumbs up button on this video. We would greatly appreciate it. It helps the dumbass YouTube algorithm.
Absolutely.
We want more people to find us so we can come in here and have more rants. Cool. All right, guys.
Alvo.
Anything else? Let's get out of here. I got a
Alvo.
meeting in 3 minutes.
Alvo.
I got to Alvo.
Everybody go
D's
play
going
Alvo.
into Alvo. So if anybody wants to go get Alvo and get in there with D, get in there, hang out with D. And then tomorrow night, guys, Virtual Strangers tomorrow night. We have a couple games that we're going to review and live gameplay of Alvo tomorrow night on Virtual Strangers. Come check us out. See you guys. Peace. Bye-bye.